Hi there and welcome to Trump Tweetcast, where we talk about the president's latest posts and give some context into what's going on in the world of presidential politics. Coming up on today's show, Trump tweets a response out to allegations of wrongdoing during a private conversation with a foreign leader. We get an update on his border wall progress. President Trump says he'll end the catch and release border policy in the next couple of weeks. Why is Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg at the White House? We'll take a look at that. And we'll look at a few of President Trump's retweets. All right, so let's go ahead and get on into this. So President Trump, he tweets out a response to allegations of wrongdoing during a private conversation with a foreign leader. An unknown intelligence whistleblower. I don't know how you get that, right? I mean, these guys should be getting in trouble for that kind of stuff, but whatever. An unknown intelligence whistleblower filed a complaint with the Inspector General of the intelligence community on August 12th, including an allegation of wrongdoing during a private conversation that President Trump had with a foreign leader. According to the Washington Post, the complaint centers on a meeting with Ukraine in which President Trump made a, quote, promise that alarmed an intelligence official who later filed a complaint with the IG's office. The meeting they were referring to may be a phone call between President Trump and Ukraine's newly elected President Volodymyr Zelensky. The Inspector General and Mr. Michael Atkinson appeared before the House Intelligence Committee on Thursday, but refused to reveal the substance of the complaint because the Trump administration is complaining executive privilege. The IG had requested to be able to at least disclose the general subject matter of the complaint, but has so far not been allowed to do so. According to the Associated Press, Mr. Atkinson is saying that this decision is affecting his ability to perform his duties and responsibilities. Now, in a tweet on Thursday, President Trump wrote, quote, anytime I speak on a phone to a foreign leader, I understand there may be people listening from various U.S. agencies, not to mention those from the country itself. Knowing all of this, is anybody dumb enough to believe that I would say something inappropriate with a foreign leader while on such a potentially heavily populated call? Then he ended the tweet blast with presidential harassment. Now, in a tweet on Friday, President Trump referred to the whistleblower as being highly partisan and said that it was, quote, strange that with so many people, other people hearing or knowing their perfectly fine and respectful conversation, that wouldn't they have also come forward? You know why they didn't? Because there was nothing said wrong. It was pitch perfect. President Trump also tweeted out an accusation against the media that they want to stay as far away from as possible from Joe Biden's alleged demand that the Ukrainian government fire a prosecutor who was investigating his son, or the U.S. would withhold a large sum of money. Apparently, this Joe Biden matter is starting to gain some traction in the media, and they're trying to divert attention away from the story. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. In a tweet on Saturday, President Trump said, quote, it appears an American spy in one of our intelligence agencies may have been spying on our own president. Was this person officially asked to listen to the conversation, or was he or she secretly listening in? My guess is that he knows the answer to that question already. There's the tweet on that. Now, on Sunday, President Trump tweeted that the fake news media accused him of pressuring the Ukrainian president at least 8 times during the telephone call, but the Ukrainian government just stated that they weren't pressured at all during the, quote, nice call. President Trump again called out the press for ignoring the Joe Biden angle on his alleged misconduct toward the Ukrainian government over the investigation into his son. So a lot going on there, a lot of he said, she said, and look over here and not over there. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think President Trump did something wrong and is looking at another big scandal? Is the media and the deep state trying to cover for Joe Biden or his son? Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, before I get to the next story, let me do a quick plug for my wife's CBD and essential oil business, which helps fund this fine broadcast, and she actually allows me to do it in peace. CBD and essential oils are an excellent way to help promote good health in your family. If you have been thinking about getting plant oils into your life, it's important to understand that hemp, from which CBD is obtained, is what they call a phytoremedial plant, meaning it absorbs heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides, and other toxins from the air, soil, and groundwater right into the plant material that is used to produce CBD. Because there is virtually zero oversight on the CBD industry, it's important to get our products from a company that has a proven track record of safety sustainability, and transparency. The company my wife represents has been in the farming and plant oil business for over 25 years and provides their latest CBD batch testing report right on their website for anybody to read. That's the transparency we all should be looking for. If you're interested in learning more about CBD and essential oils or how to purchase clean, premium products that are safe and effective for your family, please follow the links in the description below. Jennifer has made, that's my wife, has been made learning about these amazing products extremely easy because you can now get the information you want sent directly to your phone. Be sure, if you do reach out to her, be sure to let her know you heard about it on this show. All right, so let's do a little bit of an update on the border wall progress. If I can get to my proper slide here. There we go. All right, so there's President Trump, of course, saying there's great progress being made on the wall. The video post that they did on the account showed him actually signing part of the wall, which I thought was very, very Trump style, right? His little signature there. There's some, I've seen some memes going around. I don't know, of course, how true they are, but there's some funny stuff that's popping up on the internet there with some of the stuff that he's supposedly signing. I don't know if it's true or not, but there's some funny stuff out there. I love it. Love the internet. Love the humor there. Video also showed hollow tubes that make up a significant portion of the wall. And this drew my attention because I'm thinking that's probably not good that they're hollow, but I did a little digging on that. So apparently the tubes are filled with concrete. So if someone tried to cut through them with a blowtorch, it wouldn't work. President Trump described the technology built into the wall as being, quote, wired so that we will know if somebody's trying to break in. I think one of the guys was like, maybe that's probably something we shouldn't be talking about. But, you know, President Trump does what President Trump does. So he also said that because the steel beams are heat conductors, it's designed to absorb heat, so it's extremely hot. You won't be able to touch it. You can fry, of course, this is what he's saying, you can fry an egg on that wall. Pretty funny there. As a side note, construction planning documents show that the cost of building the wall averages about $36 million per mile. So what do you think of the technology being implemented on the border wall? What do you think of the price tag? Is it worth it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And we'll move on to the next story related to border security. Trump to end the catch and release border policy in the next couple of weeks. President Trump tweeted this graphic that read, "No mas, no more fake asylum, no more catch and release, no more illegal entry into the United States." This tweet comes after a recent Supreme Court ruling that the Trump administration can proceed with its policy of turning back nearly all asylum seekers, as well as a program that requires migrants seeking asylum to remain in Mexico while their legal cases are being considered. That just makes sense to me. You know, if you want asylum, I mean, that should be a process, right? So what do you think about the president's recent legal actions on illegal immigration? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You know that tweet's going to get a lot of attention. All right, let's take a look at a few Trump retweets. President Trump retweeted the House's post honoring National POW MIA Recognition Day. This day was established back in 1979 through a proclamation by President Jimmy Carter to honor those who were held captive and returned, as well as those who still remain missing. A retweet from Mr. Steve Hilton's Twitter account saying, when President Trump took office, 1.9 million more unemployed than job openings. Now, 1.2 million more job openings than unemployed. Almost a complete reversal, which is, I don't know. I'm not an economics professor, but that sounds like a good thing to me. All right, and finally, on Thursday, President Trump met with Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook in the Oval Office. So Mr. Zuckerberg apparently is visiting Washington, D.C. to meet with a number of lawmakers on Capitol Hill as they debate a new privacy law or an update to that law. According to a spokesman for Senator Mike Lee of Utah, they discussed a number of topics, including bias against conservatives on Facebook's platform, government regulation of digital platforms, antitrust enforcement, and data privacy issues. It sounds like that would have been a stressful meeting for Mr. Zuckerberg. I don't know if the guy feels stressed or not, but whatever. Of course, President Trump has been critical of Facebook, Google, and Amazon for censoring religious, anti-abortion, and politically conservative views. Mr. Trump has even suggested that U.S. regulators should consider suing them. I'm guessing that the presidential meeting was a bit uncomfortable for Mr. Zuckerberg. So what do you think about Mr. Trump's allegations against Facebook? Are they valid, conspiratorial, ridiculous? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, as I wrap up the show, just a quick reminder to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you want to watch videos of this show, then you can catch them on Facebook and YouTube, where I'll be posting them regularly. There are links to everything you need in the details below, including Jennifer CBD and essential oil information, should you want to check that out if you're looking for premium products. Have a great week, and we'll see you on the next show. Take care. Bye-bye.